We are live reporting from NJCOURTS Mobile Studio 1 with fellow reporters and broadcasters, Rio and starring Dobby. I think Dobby would be a good weatherman. Rio, you could be the sports broadcaster. What do you think about that? Oh, good morning, everybody. Let's go down the line here. Good morning, Tammy, Mark Miller, Super Roofer in the house. Good morning. Let's see. Start from the top. Pebs, good morning. Looks like Pebs was first in the house today. Oops, can I not go up or down? Let's see here. We've got Good Morning Italian Guy TV, Francel, Ken McDonald. All right. Sharpshooters on power scooters. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, what's up, Flash? So I want to wish everybody a good morning today. We got quite a bit of stuff to talk about. In addition of all the other crap going on in the, court news world and the IRL drama news world, we've got some channel-related things to discuss. So yeah, it should be a pretty good walk and talk. I'm not saying like all our other walk and talks aren't pretty good, but generally I like to say it's more for just hanging out, enjoying, which that's what we're going to be doing today. But yeah, we've got some pretty important stuff to discuss. So yeah, come on, Dubs, let's go. He's got this weird thing where he always stops at this weird area, right on the same spot of the street, and it's like he doesn't like to cross it. I either kind of got to like carry him over or like, just kind of encourage him a lot more. Like, come on. It's really weird. I don't know. Maybe it's like some ghost line or something. He just doesn't like to like walk over. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Zen. I'll kind of let everybody get into the chat here, and then I'll get started with the news. Because I know, and I want to first off start off by apologizing for being late this morning. We were actually doing really good. I haven't been fashionably late in a while, I think. So, you know what? I can't be perfect, but I'll try. I will try my best. But yeah, I want to apologize that I started off, I think, about 15-20 minutes late this morning. I had a little, I wouldn't say trouble or issues, but I like to let the doggos kind of do their number 2 before we leave. Now, doesn't mean they're not going to do it again on the walk, but hey, if it's, one less doo-doo bag to carry, I try. Oh, man. She's going off on all sorts of people today. And you know what? I've tried my hardest not to discuss Controlla or bring her up. Just for the fact, it was to do it first, and it still is, that's why I've never showed the video of the accident, to do with the respect of her child. Also, I've always stuck to my policy of, sticking to the current story, as far as the court coverage, whether it's the most recent trial, if it's anything having to do with that trial. Now, that's not necessarily correct with everybody. Obviously, when I started as a clipping channel, I was doing other things. I started off clipping Ski Mask Andy. I wasn't doing as you would say, the court coverage. So, yeah, so, but I would say after Ski Mask, everybody else we've started covering and forthgoing, I'm not too interested in their past life. For the most part, most people already know. These are public figures, so they already like to, they're narcissists, so they like to just dish out even their dirty shit, And there's already a lot of channels and clip channels, as a matter of fact, that cover a lot of these individuals. If you want to go down those rabbit holes and learn more about their past and, all the other shit that goes along with these type of people. But, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, though, the first 2 people we started covering, Ski Mask and Controlla, they've probably been out of everybody else we started covering. Now, remember, one of them is out of the country, allegedly. One is in jail right now, so they can't really go on stream too much. But I would say for the most part, out of everybody, Controlla and Ski Mask seem to be the 2 that just, man, they sure don't learn anything, one. And I think it has to do with, whoa, that little dog in there is going crazy. I'm sorry, we got that dog all nuts. Man. That's insane. Could you imagine every time somebody walks by with a dog, that's what you hear? I hope that dog's okay, to be honest with you. Huh. All right, it stopped. I was going to say, if it kept squealing like that, I was going to be a little concerned that it just wasn't in excitement. What's up, Vassat? Good to see you. Hey, Gold Girl 9. Oh, sorry, 9. Thought the L was a 1. 9 Rodriguez. Welcome to chat. But, yeah, what I was saying is, out of those two, man, or out of everybody, those two, and it has to do with a lot of it that they're just fucking, like, serial narcissists. You know, they don't care. I mean, both of them are awaiting court cases, and pretty serious ones, as a matter of fact, coming up within, you know, weeks or a month. And they both just sit in front of that camera spewing the same shit rhetoric, doing the same crap that pretty much got them in trouble, and not an ounce or a care, you know, and that's really disturbing and troubling. I mean, I know for the most part, most of y'all will, you know, probably have or agree with me that you've probably had, and maybe you're not, you maybe even like a traffic ticket. I've freaked out over having traffic ticket. You know what I mean? And these individuals are out doing the same shit when they're facing like literally jail sentences in like less than a week, 2 weeks, a month. It's just mind-blowing. And that's where I was trying to go. I was kind of mumbling my sentence there, but, you know, I was just trying to say, I think for the most part, all of us, if we were in their boots or situation, I'm sure we would all be freaking the F out. And I'm sure none of us would sure be on live stream just doing the same shit that got us in trouble. Cesar says, did you see Blade driving drunk on stream the other night? Homie, it seems as the culture of these people think the First Amendment protects them, or excuse me, think the First Amendment protects them from their ways. Yeah. So Cesar, I've just seen a few little snippets about that. Cause you know, when I started kind of investigating that whole kind of story, there was some stories going around that Blade had actually maybe been arrested. And obviously, I think from what I've read, that's incorrect. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, yeah, it appears that at some point he was driving drunk. And it's on camera. All right? So I don't care about the camera thing. They're idiots for doing that. The thing I care about is they're driving drunk. Okay? Not only is that illegal, but that is extremely dangerous. And that's probably not the first time that individual's done that on stream. As a matter of fact, I'd have to go back into the archives, but I'm pretty sure we could pull something out. Oh, well, there was the alleged, you know, incident with the RV backing up into a fucking electric pole and knocking out the power for a whole block. And again, that was an alleged incident. Not too much info on what happened there, but, you know, it's just hard not to allege when you're talking about an individual that gets pissed drunk pretty much, you know, all day, every day. I don't watch Blade consistently enough to know how long or how, you know, how many times a day he's on live stream, but just in the past is what I'm kind of talking about. You know, and that's their content. So yeah, you know, I hear a story about them backing, you know, their RV backs up into a fucking electric pole. You're gonna wonder a bit. You know what I mean? What's up, Clumsy? What's up, Sneed Mask? What's up, Super Roof? Oh, sorry, Super Roofer. I already said hi. You're saying hi to Clums. Sneed Mask says, what are your thoughts about... Hold on, sorry. Let me zoom up. Hey, what's up, Kelval? I'll say hi to everybody here in a second. Unfortunately, I got to pick up a number 2. Rio, I thought that's the way we went before. He must have had a big breakfast this morning. Okay, so hold on. Let me go up there really quick. What are your thoughts on Blackout Andy saying he's putting an exposed video on together before you can get any information on him? Yeah, go ahead, Blackout. Is that what he was saying on the road trip? Because I wasn't sure. It's like I said, one, I wasn't, you know, I couldn't read like his page-long comments, obviously, because I'm driving. But I think that's when he said that, right? And I'm trying to, oh, yeah. That's what, and maybe he, you know, if you've heard it from somewhere else, hey. But, yeah, I was aware of that. And by all means, you wouldn't be the first that's tried. there's nothing to expose of me. I have nothing to hide. So, hey, and unfortunately, I always like to say, hey, it's just all it is more exposure. But honestly, from that guy, it's probably just whatever he puts out will probably just get like 10 views. So, I guess exposure is exposure. But see, you know what's funny is I find it really interesting that he's taking such a defensive position when he says he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, this guy's now turned into a little skiwi. I can tell he's probably watching right now. What's up, little blackout? As a matter of fact, we're going to watch on my next court stream. I got a really funny video we're going to watch about him. And don't worry, blackout, I already clipped it. So if you try to go erase it, it's not going to do you any good. But, yeah. Oh, and hey, in all fairness, you know what? Just like public information is out there, there's also public information on Blackout. And I've already actually gotten a few of those through FOIA requests. A few of them were just public information online. And I will go over that during the next court coverage stream. But, you know, as of what I've looked at right now, I wouldn't compare him to Ski Mask Andy. But the guy definitely, you know, has had some citations in the past. He's gotten in some trouble. I've just started investigating a restraining order that was put on him by what I believe is Country Karen, who, what I assume used to be a friend of his. Maybe he took that friendship just, you know, over the line there. But who knows? But Blackout, hey, you know, all is fair in the time of war, right? So whatever you like to expose, hey, by all means. Yeah, well, you know what he's doing, right, Steen Mask? This guy has no content, all right? He's pretty much a just another streamer failure. And I mean, rightfully so. He's just trying to copy the same content that other streamers have done. It's nothing new, all right? Oh, I go get blackout drunk, piss my pants, record myself, and next day repeat. All right? And I find it kind of weird. I guess not weird, but man, that guy, for as much as he drinks, he must be a lightweight, because the dude gets blackout drunk off a Bud Light Lime, which I am an IPA drinker, which I consider stuff like that like watered down beer. Hey, but to each their own, right? Yeah, no, he is. I've noticed that, Sneed. And, well, if he obviously got a restraining order against him, and we can find out what it's for, I'm going to guess stalking. And Julia, he is very much a racist. I have plenty of clips showing that as well. So yeah, we're gonna just give him a little bit of exposure. Reason being is because I am planning on traveling to California as part of my court coverage road trip that I'm planning out. And hey, while we're down there, why not, you know, instead of, you know, waiting for FOIA requests. Oops, I don't want to zoom you guys in on the number 2. Let me just pick this up here. Rio, I appreciate you. It's part of being a father. But yeah, absolutely. You know, while I'm there, I can pass through, I think it's Riverside. I don't know if it was Riverside. I got to remember which county it was that the incident happened. But yeah, we can definitely stop by the sheriff's office and get any incident reports that they're willing to share with the public. So, but yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about, was the actual road trip. I think we'll get more into that on the next court coverage, which is either going to be tomorrow or Friday. I'm still working on that. And let's see here. But I did, you know, if you guys had any questions about it, and I know we discussed it a little bit on the practice run, which was a couple of days ago. And if you guys didn't catch that VOD, it's up. It's under the live section, and it's about, what, a 2-hour, 3-hour VOD. And yeah, it was definitely a good practice run. Learned a lot about the buffering zones. Got a lot of great feedback and information from the chat. Miss Texas Girl apparently was a retired truck driver, and drove a lot of stretches in the Southwest. So she was very helpful in sharing a lot of info. So if you're out there in chat, shout out to you. Thank you very much for that info. So yeah, Skid Row, I'm always a day behind. So today's Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. So yes, it will be tomorrow. It will not happen today. Oh man, I can't. Well, I'm actually done with my my work schedule for the year. Well, for the summertime. So I think I'll be more my mind will be a little bit more cleared up. All right, so we're gonna head over to this park and chillax on the bench. I'm gonna get the dogs a little water. I know we haven't been walking too long, but it's a little warm today, so I also want to toss this poop bag. That way I'm not walking around with it everywhere. But yeah, so I plan on doing a little road trip. We talked about it on the practice run. We'll get into all the details. I'm still planning it out. There is a lot of logistics because of the states I want to go to and the different counties as far as the paperwork that I need to, you know, head to pull that paperwork. So still planning a lot of the logistics of the trip. But for the most part, it's all impromptu. You know, it's going to be just rolling out and heading out to the first destination. Like I said, I plan on doing as much live streaming as I can, but being to the fact that there's going to be a lot of areas that'll be buffering, probably won't be doing a lot of it from the road. But if there's anything that I find that is worth putting on video, hey, I can always turn on the camera and record and then post it later and show you guys. But yeah, it should be pretty exciting. I'm pretty you know, looking forward to it, obviously. But most importantly, like I said, we're going to be getting a lot of information, and it's going to be very helpful with some of the current court coverage we're working on. And hey, who knows, we might be exposing some new bad apples along the route. All right, so welcome everybody joining the chat. We're doing our Thursday morning, and thank you for correcting me on that walk and talk. I got Dobby, we got Rio in the house. Oops, sorry. Rio's pulling me one way and the gimbal's trying to turn the other. There we go. So, yeah, we're doing just a small walk and talk today. It is getting a little bit warmer now that we're getting closer to the summer, so we can't stay out too long. But there's a little bit of shade under this little pavilion, so we'll hang out here and gonna get the dogs some water. We can talk and chat about some of the other news I had. So yeah, so that's about it on the road trip. Like I said, I'll get more into detail on the next tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. Oh, I know some of you guys might have saw the thumbnails in the community post. NJCOURTS channel just got, I guess, I didn't know there was an eligibility to it, but just recently I got a communication through the analytics website through YouTube that I guess they approved the channel to allow them, pretty much allows my channel to be connected to like a third-party vendor of merchandise, you know. Obviously, I'm not a type of channel that, you know, would be interested in merch. You know, it's just a court coverage channel. But I do have a really kind of fun fundraiser I like to do, and I think it'd be kind of cool with some of the shirts, you know, just kind of like a limited little run on them. It wouldn't be something I'd be, you know, maintaining throughout the whole channel, you know, as far as always selling merch or coming up with new shirt designs. But I think it'd be cool to put up some shirt designs that you guys are interested in. And I'm definitely, that's what we're gonna discuss this more when we do the show tomorrow. But I already got some great ideas from a lot of people. So all it is just a white canvas, and then I can put these ideas together on the different shirt canvases, and then, you know, show those tomorrow and see what you guys think. Like, we can have a little vote on it. Now, I will tell you guys, definitely, it didn't seem like we got too much interest in the shirt with the mother's picture of the injury. And I understand that, you know, it is, you know, out of being respectful towards the mom, that's not going to come out as a shirt. That was more just as kind of a little, you know, poke. But I know we had a lot of interest in the Kool-Aid shirt. One of the ideas I'll share with somebody now. Hey, good morning, Brandy. Good morning, Acid Face. Crisscross Applesauce in the house. What's up, Skid Row? Or I think it might be Ski Mask Andy Rowe, I'm sorry. And if I miss anybody else, I think Ski Mask, I'm not sure if I said good morning, but if I missed anybody else, I apologize. I'm just kind of, as I see people come in the chat, I say hi. But let's see here. Yeah, so, one of the great ideas that I gotten from somebody was doing the two Glocks on the chest, you know. So I have a really funny idea for that. But yeah, no, what was another one? I liked the one that was pulling the funny hashtags and lyrics that you guys came up with when we were doing the roast on Ski Mask when we went to the brewery. So I'm definitely going to go back onto that live stream and write those down and put something together for that. That was another great idea. But if y'all have any more ideas, please go onto that community tab post and under just list it as a post. And that way tomorrow we can put, like I said, I can put it on a little white shirt canvas as a picture, and that way we can kind of get an idea, a rough idea of how it would look on a shirt. Hey, what's up, Candy Cane? Bubbles, good morning. Yeah, well, and let's see here. I just want to talk a little bit about the channel, and then we're gonna roll into the bad apples here, because yeah, there's been a lot of drama going on. Not necessarily drama. Oh, there's another dog over there. Hey guys, but it's just nonsense. Just a lot of just vile rhetoric that's being spread around, and you know, obviously with the people we cover, it's coming from the two people that I was discussing earlier, which is Ski Mask and Controlla. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier, out of everybody we've covered, these two seem to be the most active as far as just being on the tubes and just looking like they don't give a damn rat's ass about what they have coming up in a few weeks or in less than a month. Oh yeah, Julia, the mugshot was definitely, we are definitely doing a mugshot Andy shirt. That one, you know, I'm trying to design, and so it's kind of like original or funny, because, you know, if I just put his mugshot on his shirt, you know, that, although that looks kind of funny and cool, it's not creative. So yes, the mugshot will definitely be a shirt. I can assure you on that. Oh, and the ball spots too, Tammy. I see you throwing out the emoji. We can even do, that's what I was trying to do one. Instead of just doing his one mugshot, I was actually working on one that has all of the mugshots I can find from him. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Like a collage of his mugshots, you know? And then maybe on the back, it'll be the big one of him bending down with the ball spot. But anyways, here's the really cool part about this whole thing. And that's like I said, this channel's not about merch. You know, I'm not one of these, merch, let's buy some merch. Don't forget to get the merch button. No. But what I think would be cool is we can use the opportunity to sell the merchandise, you know, throughout the year whenever we want to help, like with some fundraisers, either with like a nonprofit group that we all can decide on. You know me, if I had my vote, it's going to go to obviously an animal rescue. But there's certainly a lot of nonprofits that are very deserving of any type of donation. So I'd like to, you know, kick around some ideas as far as where you'd like that money to go to. But yeah, what I'd like to do is 100% of any of the funds that come from the sales of that merchandise would go to help any one of these, you know, communities or groups that we'd like to support. So yeah, I think it'd be great for the channel to you know, put out some community assistance. And I had a lot of people when we started the court coverage actually requested that, you know, it'd be great to see, you know, a lot of interaction, since we interact with so many of these bad people and there's so much negativity, to, you know, bring in some positivity by, you know, helping out and, you know, putting some light on some of these wonderful nonprofits. Especially ones that help with some of these individuals that we're covering, you know. For example, with Ski Mask, obviously I would say, you know, a battered woman shelter would be a perfect nonprofit to donate any of the funds that we receive from the sale of the Ski Mask Andy theme shirts, you know. So just some ideas I'm throwing around. Like I said, we'll get into it more tomorrow. Let me just dispose of this number 2. And then we'll walk around the park a bit. Oh, well, I got to remind myself. I forgot. Let me get these dogs some awa. Let's go back to the bench. Let me get them some water, and then we'll go around the beautiful park. It's really nice. They just mowed the grass, so it looks super nice. We'll roll around and do some talking. But, yeah, where I was leading into this was just about, you know, what's been going on with Controlla and Ski Mask. So, let's start with Controlla, because I just finished watching her a little bit earlier. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure if many of you have already seen the community post that I put out, but we're going to be discussing a lot of that tomorrow. We're discussing this for a few reasons. I'm not going to get into it right now, but most importantly is obviously this is having to do with this individual in their case. And I'll explain why tomorrow. Also, essentially, I'm replying back to this individual and the really, really nasty and illegal allegations that they're making towards me and my channel. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be playing. I obviously can't play the clips tonight or today because I'm on the Prism app. But tomorrow, I've got a lot of clips we're going to be going through that I've actually clipped throughout the week of Controlla and just her fucking behavior. It's been just incredibly, what I would say, just bad, especially being in the situation that she's facing. As a matter of fact, it's the complete opposite of what she should be doing, in my opinion. But yeah, she's continued this rhetoric of accusing me of using this word chomo. And I'm going to explain something, and I don't know if she's listening or not, and I frankly don't care. I'm sure this will get to her some way, but she's sitting there trying to, one, she's making serious and illegal allegations, okay? And I don't know, and she says she's educated, allegedly, and she's always talking about a lot of court-related shit, so I would imagine she would know better, but I don't know if she's ever heard of something called slandering, all right? And Controlla, you said it yourself. I mean, you refer to me by my first name now. I guess since I'm a public official, I don't consider myself one, but I guess you have. And I don't know if you're aware that when you start making illegal accusations and start slandering people that are public officials, you can actually be taken to court for that. And I'm going to tell you another thing, Controlla. I've been very understanding of your situation, and the only reason I am is just out of the respect of your child, because I feel very bad for that person. All right, that's the only reason why I didn't show the accident, and I will continue not, just because I may, you've said a lot of bad things. I'm not going to dip down to your level. See, we're completely different individuals. One, I'm not a felon, okay? Second of all, I'm not a liar like you are. You're a serial liar. And here's the issue. You just have no accountability to that because you've gotten in no trouble for it, all right? You just go around thinking that you can say whatever you want because you're hiding behind a little computer screen thousands of miles away from the people you talk about. But see, you're dealing with somebody that has a court coverage channel, somebody that actually knows quite a bit of the law, all right? And I'm telling you, you are stepping on some serious water here with the shit that's coming out of your mouth towards me. And I'm going to tell you another thing, where I was going with being respectful towards your daughter. Why I say that is because you, and maybe some people are aware and maybe not aware, Controlla, and this is actually really hypocritical of her, okay? Because I actually saw a post where she says, oh, I respect clip channels. It's shitty to strike clip channels. Who would do that? Oh, well, you do that, Controlla. As a matter of fact, before I even started the court coverage on Controlla, she actually was a fan of my clip channel. And that was, of course, when I was clipping Ski Mask, right? Minute the court coverage started on her, oh, everything changed. As a matter of fact, got some nasty messages and comments on my channel when I thought you don't watch it. And most importantly, Controlla, out of spite, and guess what? Because she's a narcissist, did this even on live stream, which has been clipped and saved. She illegally striked my channel along with other creators' channels. And as a matter of fact, she struck my channel 5 times on 5 videos. And I'm going to tell you something. This was right about the time when I qualified for being monetized. As a matter of fact, I was qualified to be a monetized channel. All right? The reason I didn't ask to be monetized at that time was because I had 2 strikes on the channel that all came from your illegal strikes. And the reason I can say illegal is because every single one of those was overturned by YouTube. And you know what that means now, Controlla? That means if I wanted to be you, because I know if you were in my position, you would have already jumped on this. But I can easily, and when I say easily, I'm not even trolling, I'm not even kidding. Especially with the shit that came out of your mouth. I mean, essentially, you have a big problem of pretty much recording yourself breaking the law, okay? And you literally admitted on camera, on your own live stream, that you were illegally striking people, and that if anybody talked about you, you were going to strike them, all right? So that easily can be heard in small claims court and easily find you guilty, okay? You know why I don't do that? Because I don't want it. You're already taking away money from your daughter. I already know that. I don't want to take any money from that young person because I already know they're probably going to have a difficult time as it is already growing up. And I fucking feel bad for them because it's not their fault. And boy, oh boy, you know what? I can't wait for when this hearing actually goes in front of the grand jury, because I am so tired of this little tough person facade you put on, because you're completely the opposite. All right, you already showed it that morning. You came and had a mental breakdown, and we already know why, okay? It had to do with court. And if you don't think that little facade is going to drop when you get that call, text from your lawyer saying, hey, today's the day, yeah. But, hey, Stick 2, we'll see you in a bit, and good to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you in the chat till right now. But that was pretty much my address to this individual. I addressed a lot of it in my community post, and like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be playing all the clips, and we're going to jump into a lot of the information, because guess what? As Controller was trying to say today that, oh, he's in trouble now because, you know, I can tell the courts he's being biased. What am I being biased about? Everything I'm going to be talking about is public information. As a matter of fact, everything on my post right now, on my community post, is public information. And you're still denying it, which is just nuts, because that just shows how much of a serial liar you are. You are delusional. You and Ski Mask are literally brothers and sisters. I mean, you guys are violent criminals. I don't care if it was 10 years ago like you keep claiming, all right? You guys are serial narcissists and you're serial liars. That's it. And you're both facing court dates this month. Tick-tock, indictments are coming. Yeah, well, we'll see. Like I said, I'm not a fortune teller. And I've said this before, and I think it's funny because Controller, she's already trying to set herself up for, you know, just in the miracle that, you know, they don't indict her. But she's already trying to say, oh, I'm going to show them. I'm not here for you to show anybody. I could, you know, if you're found not guilty or they don't indict you, so be it. We close the chapter, just like we did with Gamble. We move on. I'm not the one that's been stalking you for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't give a shit how many times a day you brush your teeth, how you comb your hair. I just started covering you the minute you had your accident. It was on live stream and it went to court. And as a matter of fact, it's a pretty serious charge. If it was probably something that wasn't as serious, I don't even think I would have given this coverage the attention that it's gotten. But the fact that you're facing a felony child endangerment charge and now you're facing a possibility of a 3 flat sentence, yeah. Hey, Ronnie, good to see you. Oh, I'm sure she's watching. Hi, Controller. All right, so let's continue our walk here because the dog... Oh, wait, water. See, I almost forgot. Almost forgot. All right, let's get you guys some water. Oh, yeah, no, Tammy, we're going to be going over that tomorrow. And you know what she's already saying today? She's saying that it was a... oh, man, I recorded it because it was the funniest... just the vocabulary she used was hilarious. And I mean, this just shows you how much of a fucking liar she is. She called it a, what was it? Pretty much, there was a funny word she said before, but it was a tap. It was like a there it was. I think she called it a dramatical tap. Jeez. And you know what blows my mind is this person not only is a liar, but they lie when they've literally have recorded everything is on live stream. You know what I mean? Like, you punched your phone. Why don't you just say you're pissed and you punched it? What's the big deal? Why do you have to lie? It just makes you, I mean, it just points out the fact that you got a serious problem with that. Hey, Lisa, good to see you in chat. Lisa, CIA hole. So, yeah, it's just unbelievable, the shit that's been coming out of her mouth. And you know what's funny is, like I said, all we've done is just court coverage on this individual. I don't see where this personal, like, spite is coming from her, you know, addressing me with all these, like I said. She's making some outrageous allegations, and it's straight slander. I mean, it's bad, Controller. If you're watching right now, I mean, if you want me to prove you wrong, by all means, I will. I don't want to, but if that's what you want, hey. Yep, that's exactly. I like how you put that acid face. Exactly. Complicated relationship with the truth. All right. Come here, guys. Uh-oh, does my... Oh, okay. Uh-oh, does our water bag have a little hole? No, I don't think so. Okay, it's good. I thought it did. I was like, uh-oh. Rio got, yeah, I knew you weren't that thirsty. Dobbs, you want some water? Nope. Dobbs ready to go. Rio, you want water? Nope. All right, they're ready to go. I figured they weren't. I just wanted to make sure. Rio, one last chance. Come on. I don't want to dump it all out. All right. Well, looks like we're going to continue on. Let me just feed the grass here. So on to Skiwi. Because we're going to be we're like I said, since Controla's case is coming up here soon in front of the grand jury, and, you know, it's going to be, you know, assuming it gets indicted, I'm sure we'll start getting back into that coverage because, you know, this is a refresher for a lot of people. It's been some time. We've done some coverage on other individuals since hers. So definitely a lot of people need a refresher, but we've also got tons of new subscribers. So there's a lot of people that may not even have heard who Controla is. So yeah, we're going to be dipping into that coverage tomorrow. And I've got plenty of clips to play. So, you know, a lot of what I'm talking about now, it'll be a lot easier for me to show you once I have the clip playing. Oh, incredible. Welcome. And you know what? See, what's nice about this chat is all opinions are welcome. So I'm going to read yours. She's calling the cops on you for harassment. Honestly, what you're doing isn't right. Well, what am I doing wrong? You don't think her lying to the cops if she's calling them is wrong? What harassment have I done? As a matter of fact, I have her filmed on plenty of clips actually making some serious allegations that she's going to be telling the court some pretty serious lies. And when you do that, they can find you in contempt of court. Just like she made this allegation that what I did by posting the audio of her court hearing was illegal. Controller, are you aware of where I got that audio clip from and who gave me the permission to play that clip? Do you think the paparazzi was in there? Like there was some little mini paparazzi hiding in the corner, taping your court hearing with an audio recorder and just, you know, sent it to me in the mail? Yeah. Hey, incredible. If you think me providing audio and footage of a court hearing is harassment, hey, that's your opinion. But man, you really need to probably, I don't know how old you are, but if you're young enough, and it doesn't matter your age because you can go to school at any age, I would seriously consider taking a basic intro to law class. Hey, good morning, Just Jen. All right, let's get walking. So yeah, we'll switch over to little Skiwi. Boy, oh boy. Ski Mask. That guy has been off his rocker too. And I know a lot of you have witnessed it because a lot of you have contacted me about it. I was busy the last couple of days with work, so I didn't get to catch a lot of it live. For the most part, you know, when he does come on at the early hours and late night, I can catch that. But, you know, his daytime, you know, begging sessions, usually I have to rely on people sending me clips or just telling me, hey, you know, he's talking about this if you want to, you know, get onto YouTube and check it out. So, he's just been, whew, I mean, I don't even know where to start. It's kind of hard without the clips, but I mean, again, I'm going to be playing these tomorrow, but I mean, he started this week with a really bad racial rant. I mean, what's new, right? He's not racist, right? Well, I would probably say this one was probably definitely up in the top 3, being very, very racist, threatened to murder somebody. Dobby loves the grass. Show him what you're gonna do. Did you find a little smell there? A little girl smell? He loves rolling. But he's, you know, we started off the week with that. I mean, and I'm just tired of that shit because he ends it with, oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, you know what? You're not, you know, and if you are bipolar, go see a doctor. But so you can get diagnosed. But this shit of you self-diagnosing yourself just because it's your sad attempt to try to apologize to chat because you notice, oh, they didn't like that. That's not going to work, man. And I'm telling you, if you keep on with those threats, you're going to get in some serious trouble, Ski Mask. Very serious trouble. And you know what? Ski Mask is just like Controla. Same thing. They think they can get away with it because there's been no accountability. And they hide behind, well, in his case, he doesn't hide behind a computer screen. He hides behind his mama's front door and behind a little cracked phone screen, okay? That's why he does what he says. He's not going to say any of that if you were in front of him. Are you kidding me? But from that crazy shit, well, not crazy, just you know, typical disgusting rant that he does once, several times a week, Ski Mask had a very, very unsuccessful attempt of trying to pull another typical e-scam. And I don't know why he thought it was going to work. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you my opinion as why I think it wasn't going to work. But Ski Mask tried to say, you know, he tried to, you know, he tried to hype up the chat, right? So he posted the thumbnail, what was it, yesterday, of, you know, I have to reveal some important information that I've been holding for a while. All right, so that already, once I saw that thumbnail, I was like, yep, here we go with the scam. So, and I knew probably what it was going to be like, but now he kind of changed it up this time. So, you know, he starts off his chat, right? And everybody, of course, is, what's the news, Ski Mask? What's the news? Well, if you've never seen this scam pulled before, the what he calls the fake news scam, what he does is he just posts like a thumbnail pretty much advertising he's got some, you know, important news he's got to tell everybody. Bless you, Rio. But then what he does is he'll make his chat pretty much pay him or send him cash apps for him to reveal this important information, right? And he's good at it. He knows how to work this scam. He leaves little crumbs as he's talking to kind of get you thinking still about, well, what he's going to talk about, but doesn't reveal it, right? Who's for you guys now? That is untrue. He said that. That came out of his mouth. Ski Mask said that it was untrue. I don't know why he spent like 10 minutes just talking about a complete lie. I mean, it makes him look like he's crazy. One, okay, it wasn't a joke. All right. And two, why do you think you think your e-girlfriends like Queen and Liz Lee and all the Elizabeths, how do you think they're going to react to the fact that you may have a side girl in his room 24/7? So, I knew that was BS, but no, he came out. So, and here's what happened, right? When the revealing of him getting a girl pregnant didn't work, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think he was just trying to do it for like compassion, you know, like pity? Oh, since you got a girl pregnant, Ski Mask, here's a $100 cash app so you can get some diapers for your child. Yeah, get the fuck. Nobody was going to do that shit. So obviously the scam didn't work for him, okay? So then where he has to go to, so then he's kind of freaking out, right? Oh man, I just told this huge lie. Well, then he goes to, you know, pretty much say, okay, it's the subject completely. All right, now, for the rest of us that watch, we would be like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. What did you just do right now? Did you just freaking, make this huge lie that you got a girl pregnant and then you just said you didn't and then you're moving on? No. You know, that just tells us you're a fucking liar and you've got a problem and you're a scammer. Now, the rest of his cult members, they obviously, you know, just kind of looked at it as, oh, okay, ha, 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 just another one of his scams, but we still love him. You know what I mean? And that's a serious cult mentality right there. When you can literally lie, scam. I mean, at this point, he's doxed many of his mods already. It's private information. Yeah, I mean, and then you come running back. You're definitely a member of a cult and have been brainwashed. Hey, good morning, hobby hater. And good morning. I'm sorry, let me go back up here in the shade. And I'm going to say I saw a lot of people coming in the chat. Cry a little bit, good morning. And I saw some questions here so I can read them. When I'm walking around, it's a little bit hard for me to read chat. And I can say hi to you guys. So let me climb up here. We'll sit down here. Actually, I got to toss their other little poop bag. Little Dobbs did a number 2. Ugh. I guess it doesn't even matter if I wait and let you guys go back at the house. You guys just hold a number 2 because you like doing it. All right, so Cry a Little Bit says he has grannies ready to give him money and he still can't come up with good content. I agree. And you know what? They're asking for it now. See, they were okay with just kind of the, you know, meet and greet, kind of getting to know this guy, even though I think he's a disgusting piece of shit. But, you know, let's just put ourselves in their mentality, right? Their shoes. So, you know, they're starting to get brainwashed. But that gets boring after a while, even as a cult member, okay? So now that they're just bored with the same shit, they've been even the cult members have been starting to ask, essentially almost revolting. We might actually have a cult revolt coming up, you know, for some content. That's why if you guys started noticing, his content now, or his faking content, is him just doing a gas station run and, you know, just essentially filming himself walk, you know, less than a quarter of a mile down the street to the little come and go to get a little, you know, blunt wrap. And as a matter of fact, what happened when he did that last time? He got caught red-handed on his scam. He told his viewers that he didn't have any cards or credit cards or debit cards or any way to pay for anything. And then we exposed that scam already, and I'm not going to get into it. You guys have already heard me talk about it, but yeah, guy got caught red-handed even on his own little live stream, IRL live stream adventure he tried doing. So, I think he just needs to go back to visiting the ducks. I think they would enjoy him visiting and feeding the ducks. Oh, hey, refugees are definitely always welcome, okay? I think with the light of what's going on, I have now reopened the refugee office. We were just kind of taking application by application, but the refugee office is open for business again. Yeah, and then he always, I don't even know what he titles those. I'm sure he probably put something like, going on an IRL adventure. And then it's just, you know, him, ding, ding. You hear the little alarm when he walks in the gas station. Oh, it's that smelly guy that comes in here all the time. Yeah, hey, can I get one blunt, please? You know, and they're probably thinking, gosh, this guy's not too smart. Why does, if he comes in here 4 or 5 times a day, why doesn't he just buy 5 blunts at a time? Oh, that's right. Because he just has $1 at a time till he can beg and scam another $1 at a time. But remember, isn't this the guy that just pretty much got $2,000 or more donated to him for a bond that only cost $100? Where'd all that money go to? Anyways, all right, let's go back to the shade. Just Jen says, I wonder what his parents think of random women sending packages and having their address. Yeah, I don't think they're fans of it, especially the having the address part, right? Especially knowing the way their son is. And then I guess now he's getting DoorDash deliveries or something, because I guess it appeared on one of the live streams I watched. He said he had a treat delivery, and I would imagine it had to have been like a food delivery service. But it was hilarious because he goes to slam a can of those NOS sugar drinks of his he likes. Hey, and don't get me wrong, I like my Monster drink every once in a while on a road trip. But, you know, 4 or 5 a day, that ain't healthy. But, you know, those energy drinks, if you've ever tried them warm, they don't taste good. As a matter of fact, it's like me, I hate warm beer, especially like an IPA. Yeah, he didn't like that. He took a slam of it and... But what's hilarious, though, is whoever it is sending him this stuff, they keep sending him those expensive chocolates that I can guarantee you he does not like, okay? The cherry dip Lindors. It's just funny. Whoever's sending him that package sure likes their chocolates, because they've got quite the selection of them, I'll tell you that. Exactly. And that's why I wouldn't even do that, right? Is it... So see, because it's not going to show the whole name. It does like little ski. I think it's Skid Mask Row. I'm just going to call you Skid Row, because that's all it's showing me. But, yeah, I mean, it would be a waste of time, obviously, right? But here's the thing, though. See, here's the thing. It's not really a waste of time, because if I was I told you, I'm not a mean person, because I know ultimately the only victim of anything that happens is going to be her daughter, unfortunately, okay? Because she exposes her young child to this stuff. I mean, look at what she did when she brought her to a court hearing. One that she had her dad there, her grandpa, that could have, stayed with her at home, that could have stayed with her at the lobby, where eventually that's where the police escorted him to, okay? But the police and the judge were upset, disgusted almost, that why would you bring your young daughter to court when you had the pretty much 2 options to not have done that? And then they even gave her the option, which I don't even know if they were going to have enough time to do. I'm sure if the judge agreed with it, they could have rescheduled it for a little later. But they even gave her the option that she could drop off if, like, for example, Gary or whoever the guy wasn't there. She could have literally dropped off her child at a free childcare that's provided by the court system, essentially. Now, I know not all moms are going to want to do that. Okay, I get it. But I'm just saying, even the courts offer an option for mothers, single mothers, because they rather not have a child inside the courtroom. Okay? That's where I'm going with that. But it's just, you know, she exposes her child to a lot of this shit. She says she doesn't. She's a liar. All right. So you think I want that child now knowing, oh, I heard mommy talking. She's getting sued now. No. Okay. That kid needs to be enjoying their life. All right. Not listening about mommy getting sued and going to court and all this other shit. And it's sad. And I'm going to tell you this. And this is where I was going with that. Skid Row. She may not have anything if somebody sues her financially. But where do you think she's committing all these crimes from? She's using the Wi-Fi, she's using the internet, she's using the electricity, she's using a computer that's stationary at Gary's house, at her father's house. And if you don't think in lawsuits people can drag stuff like that in, oh, trust me, that's what lawyers are brought in for, okay? You'd be surprised what they can drag into a lawsuit, okay? They can literally say the fact that she committed these crimes from that house, that they're just as responsible for letting her. You know what I mean? Flash says, what happened to that young mod of his? Haven't seen her. Her elevator definitely did not go all the way to the top. I think you're talking about Bailey. Yeah, I guess unless she's changed her name. I think a lot of the mods have changed their names just because of the, they're embarrassed, okay? And I don't know if they're just still, under that whole cult control and they're embarrassed. So they say, well, I still want to be part of the chat, but I'm embarrassed, so I'll change my name. So I'm not saying that's what she did, but that could be one option. I think I've noticed just by the way I've seen a few of these new people that come into the chat speaking. And then have you noticed too how quick he mods a lot of these new names now? Come on now. You don't think that's one of his just other mods that just changed their name? But hey, who knows? And if she's left, I hope she has. So Bailey, if you're watching right now from the bushes, as they say, welcome. And you are more than welcome. Like I said before, you will be considered a refugee, but that's just during the probationary period. Once you've completed the probationary period of a refugee, you're a full-fledged jury member of the NJ Courts channel. Ski's mistress. Yeah. No, I've noticed the new names. And then, of course, they're them, right? Because Skis instructed him to make sure he puts something like Skis what, Skis this, Skis that. And if you don't think that's cult mentality, holy moly. I mean, could you imagine having, not only telling your viewers, who they can and, where they can spend their donations and who they can't watch or chat in, but then telling them also on top of that, I want your avatar name or your chat name to be something that has my name in it. That kind of gives me it's like I own you, like you're a piece of property, essentially, right? They're claiming they're a piece of property by saying I'm Skis this, I'm Skis that. Think about it. That is some serious cult mentality, my friends. Oh, and you know what? Speaking about donations earlier, I want to say thank you. I received a donation from Freedom Believer, $10 Cash App. And I don't know if you're in the chat, Freedom Believer, but shout out to you and thank you for sending that. It was my day working. Actually, as a matter of fact, I had my phone off because it was charging, and I turned it on, and then the little Cash App symbol came up, and I was like, what? So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And that, like I said before, that definitely is going 100% back in the channel. As a matter of fact, we're going to be discussing more tomorrow about the road trip, but I'll just apply that, if that's okay with you, Freedom Believer, towards the road trip coming up. So much appreciated. Ken McDonald, hey Joy, good to see you. Ken McDonald says, anyone here remember the Skis female mods paid him to do it? I almost said that. And then they doxed it. Yeah, I remember. Now, I don't know if that's the one. The one I remember is the one that he said he only had 3 viewers, and he knew 2 of them and didn't know who the third one was. And I think he complained about it because he didn't like, he made less than 10. I don't know how much. It wasn't a lot. And I kind of poked at him saying, you literally, you know, did the old jerkin' you know, in front of 2 people. That's weird. And then a third person, you don't even know who it was. Hobby Hater says, that's classic cult tactic stuff. Like when Heaven's Gate made all their names like Piziz and Legapu. I know what you mean. Yep. I've studied a little bit about the Heaven's Gate cult. I just right now doing a little bit more study into down at the Waco. Golly, what's his stuff? He kind of has a long name. I'll remember here in a sec. I was trying to think of the cult leader down there in Waco. I'll remember. But if somebody in chat can remind me, that would be much appreciated. Hey, Baseline, good morning. For some of y'all just joining now, Super Roofer says he said yesterday he lost 4. Oh, yeah, I heard that, Super Roofer. I think that was on one of it. I don't know if that was late. I don't know. It's so hard. That guy's on almost 24/7. I can't even remember from which, you know, live stream that was. But I think I remember catching. I mean, I heard that. But yeah, he said he was all bummed out because he lost 4 of his OnlyFans subs, which I'm sure. Thank you, Dave. And then when he said Koresh, now I remember the first name, David Koresh. Thank you, Hobby Hater. There you go. So yeah, I guess, what, out of 10 of his OnlyFans, he lost 4, so now he's down to 6. Hey, Gymnast Girl, good morning. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't even charge to be a member of his OnlyFans. So, yeah, I guess 4 people probably, I mean, think about it. If they were, you know, wanting to be, you know, a member of his OnlyFans, I would imagine it was probably a good, you know, one of his mods or a good viewer, supporter. So, yeah, to lose 4 of them, I would imagine those are 4 people that probably aren't interested in watching them. Or at least, you know, do the old into a sock. And now, I think, DGAF, if you're watching, I think we're starting to really, and I'm sorry, buddy, but, and I hope you didn't, and I'm sure you didn't pick up or touch the sock, but I think we finally concluded what made that sock crusty. And I do like the one idea of it just was some nasty, just the, you know, him always wearing the same socks and always walking around and it was just a bunch of sweat, crust. I'm starting to think it's the one that we all were kind of starting to conclude about what made that crusty sock crusty. And I'm not going to go there. Oh, Hobby Hater. You know what, though? He's not smart enough. He's not intelligent enough like some of those other cult leaders. He's just a scammer. And he is running a cult-like scam. But he doesn't have the intelligence to run a real cult. And I'm glad he doesn't. Incredible. I'm going to just away. Oh my God. Ew. Yeah. I don't think you're aware of what Controlla used to do in Discord, are you? I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, if you think talking about a crusty sock is disgusting, I don't think you know much about your girl Controlla and what she liked to do. And what she brags about, as a matter of fact. Yeah, well, what? I mean, you guys don't think those two call each other behind the scenes? Oh, trust me, I know they do. Oh, and that's very true, Gymnast Girl, exactly. Remember, Incredible, you always have that option to just click the little button to the right of your screen and just get off of this channel. As a matter of fact, you can even unsubscribe if you're not a subscriber. We love to keep you as a subscriber. Like I said, everybody's welcome. But yeah, if ultimately, if you find what we're discussing... Man, I'll tell you what, since this channel's inception, it's opened my eyes to just a sad part of reality of humanity, man. I'm glad I was exposed to it, But I'll tell you this, I didn't realize how many of these very vile and just disgusting individuals that have like sociopaths, you know, are out on the internet, and specifically on YouTube. And if you don't think there's that even got bigger cult followings, and that's where it gets really scary and dangerous, you know, expose how this is brought in real life. Like when controllers, and this wasn't an accident that just didn't hurt anybody. This accident ended up, and this again is according to the summary incident report, had 2 victims, the passenger and her daughter. So that's very in real life now. Buddy can broadcast themselves, and you know, I guess that's why YouTube put in these like measures of having a certain amount of subscribers to use their platform. But then you've got, you know, like Prism here, and maybe you're not aware, you could have 2 people as subscribers, and according to what I've known on Prism, you can stream to those people. So it doesn't take much. And, you know, sadly, there's a lot of people that are starting some little cults here. And, you know, don't think those cults can't grow and become dangerous. That's all I'm trying to warn people about. All right, I'll start moving. I'm in the same place. So that's weird that I'm buffering. But I'll move around. Maybe that'll help. Thank you guys for letting me know. Let's move around. Let's go over here. We didn't seem to buffer over here too much. Let me know if I start coming in clear. Super Roofer, thank you. You know what? Let's keep moving the other way. Super Roofer, thank you for that super chat. Says you're lagging a lot in the park. All right, so let's move. We're going to walk around this way and let's see if this improves. Because we've taken this same route before. And usually we don't have any problems. So let's go this way here. These individuals is because you're starting to see now this, what's, you know, it's not supposed to be dangerous, right? It's just a YouTube platform. Essentially now allowing individuals to become dangerous. You know, whether it's them being distracted and causing an accident, or whether it's them being able to group together and a bunch of people and spread terrible, vile rhetoric and, you know, essentially cause, we're going to discuss with a lot of clips, a lot of the stuff clips will definitely help. Let's... You actually sound like a controller alt. I wonder if that's controller. Hey, controller. All right, we back? All right, good. Yeah, I don't know why it would buffer there. Kind of weird, because we've been to the park before and not had any buffering or problems. But it looked like we were experiencing some today. Oh, the troubles of being a live streamer. Oh my gosh. Maybe it was Controlla. She's stabbing that little voodoo doll of hers she has. I'm not kidding you. Hey, Jen, thanks for letting me know. We're back. Yeah, and if you missed anything I was saying, don't worry. I'll talk about it tomorrow in our court coverage special. I was just talking a little bit about, you know, how, you know, this, how these online cults can become very dangerous, you know, and become very real life. And, yeah, it's definitely something to be cautious about now. And that's why, you know, this channel exposes a lot of this stuff. It's like I said, before I even started getting into some of these other characters, you know, when I was just a Ski Mask troll, just, you know, just watching Ski Mask in the chat, I didn't know about all this other stuff, man. And, you know, what I thought he was doing was bad is worse now. But what's scary is I've now been witness to a lot of other individuals. Because as much as we've done Controlla court coverage, I can't say I've never remembered seeing an incredible name. But it's okay. Like I said, everybody's welcome. But don't ruin your morning or afternoon over the channel Incredible. Like everybody was saying earlier, hey, if it's bothering the chance we are coming up to this grand jury indictment. And that's like I said, I think it just blows my mind. Just the way these two individuals controlling ski mask just seem to have no worry. And not in addition, not even having a worry, which, hey, hey, they don't care, they don't care. But they just continue to say a lot of bad shit that pretty much is just going to get them in more trouble. And that's what blows my mind. All right, y'all, since it seems to kind of be buffering a bit, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll find out when I'm talking to myself here on the replay. But yeah, if you guys can't hear me, I can do some hand signals here. Hold on. I know what it's doing. I know why we had those issues. I guess what it's so frustrating. So what's happening, hold on, let me guys put you on me. Hello. So what's happening is, even though I shut my Wi-Fi through, I guess, the little top menu setting, I guess it doesn't shut my Wi-Fi completely off because it's still, I went to shut it off and it was on, it was connected. So, I guess what I have to do is go in the settings, the phone settings, and completely shut off Wi-Fi. Because we never have issues when we do that little walk. So that's exactly what happened. Yeah, and that's because I went and I completely shut it off. Or if that's not what I did, it would probably connect, because I don't know how strong my router is, but it would probably connect maybe to my router now that we're getting closer. But yeah, so I wanted to say bye to everybody, say hi to everybody just coming back. I apologize about that buffering, but I think we figured it out. So next time we do a walk and talk, we shouldn't have an issue with it. Because that is, like I said, an area where we always do the walk and talks, and we never usually have any buffering. Yeah, Super Roofer, I think, connect. See, maybe I was buffering on purpose. Is it a little bit better? Whew, some shade here. All right, well, hopefully it's a little bit better, just so you guys can hear me say bye. But if not, I'll wave to you guys. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll post the notification for tomorrow's court coverage live stream. It's going to be an evening one, but we've got a lot of clips that we're going to be going over, especially about a lot of the stuff we were talking about today. Hey, good afternoon, Zen. Good afternoon, Tammy. It was a beautiful day. And I'm sorry if it was a little buffering there when we were at the park and on the walk back, but I think I figured out what happened. So hopefully on the next walk and talk, we won't have any more buffering. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? I'm going to head out. It's starting to get a little hot here, and I got to put the dogs inside, but you guys, they're getting excited. They heard me say inside. Hold on, they're pulling me. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Hold on, guys. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, all right? So thank you so much, Freedom Believer. Thank you, Super Roofer, for the donations. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Love you guys. Have a great Thursday. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care. NJ Courts out.